Okay, we are on right now. We're gonna shoot this, man. No preparations. That's it. That's how we play. That's how we roll.
Hey, man, you don't have to tell me. I'm the one-shot king. What are you talking about?
Our one-shot king. We're not talking about your sexual life, man. Okay.
That's all I do.
Let's get to it. Hey, everyone. This is Mully. Mully from the War Moth Strat channel.
Evening, kids.
One of the worst names on YouTube. We're not gonna get into that. We've already gotten into that, but
maybe I can make a Things That Suck video about my name.
Oh, okay, let's get to that. Let's get all that bullshit out of the way. Okay, this is Mully, good friend of mine, one of the most well-known, one of the most knowledgeable, not well-known enough, obviously, but one of the most knowledgeable YouTubers and Jvloggers in the world. And he's been around longer than I have, 22 years, right?
I'm only about 6-7 months ahead of you.
Yeah, and then it's me, and then it's that
Timo.
Or is he before me?
Timo? I don't know.
He might have a month on me. Anyway, it's me, you, and Mexican Samurai.
100.
Right. Okay. So, the reason I'm here tonight is I'm bugged. I'm really annoyed. I'm pissed off. And, Mully, you know why.
Yeah, I know why.
So
go ahead and tell him, Victor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention any names, but this is something that's not even personal, okay? Do not come to Japan.
You.
What?
But it's all about you.
This video is just about you, the person.
That's right.
The video
You're the one. Damn it.
Yeah, listen, guys. Look, Japan is a great country. It's a great place. Fuck, screw it. The fact that this country is just incidental, but it's a great place to visit. It's a great place to live. But you gotta have your shit together before you come over here.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean just having your visa. It means after you get here, being able to deal with the country. Okay. So we're gonna tell you a couple stories. And there's also, and I've been drinking, but I'm not drinking right now. I've had a drink for about an hour. So listen, there will be links in the description that you will find very helpful as to how things work here in Japan. So hit the link down there. Okay, first of all, if you cannot adapt to different places, do not come here.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have trouble with the food, do not come here. All right, there's a lot of people who come here and they can't stand the food. And they think everything is weird. They can't stand changing their culture, taking off their shoes and stuff. If you're that kind of person, do not come here. If you feel strange in a different state or a different, 100 meters, 100 kilometers from where you live in your own country, Japan is not the place for you.
If you've got a comfort zone, this isn't the place to be.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to name names, but I knew a very nice person who actually knew quite a bit about Japan and came over here. And he could not follow simple rules like coming to work on time.
That's no good.
And he lost his job. And as much as I like the guy, take that for what you will. As much as I like the guy, I couldn't believe that he could not come to work on time. And he got fired, and I'm sorry, but as much as I like the guy, I really don't.
Well, and especially I don't know if this person was in the Eikaiwa system or not, but I mean, you don't have to be at work till 10 in the morning. Come on, people, get your shit together.
Seriously, if you cannot do that, then you really don't. I'm sorry, but you kind of deserve to be fired and kicked out.
Right.
And mauled by bears, most importantly.
That's right.
That's one thing. That's one example. We're going to talk about people who failed. Okay. If you do a lot of drugs, and if you think, no, we're not going to get into whether drugs are good or bad, okay? But if you're the kind of person who thinks they're going to do a lot of drugs here, you shouldn't come here.
Yeah.
Because I've met people who've come here and they've actually accomplished finding drugs and doing drugs, but they've gone crazy. Literally stark raving mad, running down the street naked, had to be hospitalized, and their parents had to come from the States and pick them up and take them away. That's actually one of the coolest guys I ever met when I came here. Won't name him again, but he was so cool, and he knew everything, and he had a really beautiful, hot girlfriend. One day, just went kind of nuts. Another guy I knew here who went crazy, started living out of his car, lost his job, started living out of his car, going to bars, telling people he was making a movie. Steven Seagal and Steven Spielberg, which is kind of interesting, actually. I'd like to see Steven Spielberg and Steven Seagal make a movie together, but that's also insane. If you are married to a foreigner and you come here, I have met you, and I've.
Oh, wait a minute! When you say married to a foreigner, you mean married to somebody from your own country?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you are an American married to American, or Canadian married to Canadian, or a British person married to a British person, and you come here, you're going to be really putting that marriage through the biggest test ever. It's going to be really tough.
You better have a strong relationship.
Yeah, because I tell you what, I've seen a lot of those couples just break apart. And crash and burn. You've got a story about that?
No, I don't have a crash and burn story. I've got I know a Canadian guy that him and his wife did.
They don't even have a military.
What's that? Yeah, right. Yeah. Him and his wife came over here. They were young. They were young in their mid-20s. Uh-huh. And I think the hormones are still raging at that point, and the allure of the almond-eyed women got to him.
Yes.
And before you know it, the wife is finding things here and there, and the marriage came to an abrupt end. Mm. Yeah.
I knew a guy who came over here with his Western wife and a kid, got divorced. Ooh. She took the kid back. He married his new Japanese wife. They got divorced. He ended up kidnapping the Japanese wife's kid, his half, whatever. Going back to the States, it was a big mess. Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, so if you're the kind of guy who cannot handle suddenly being sexually attractive to people, Now, Mully and I, we've been sexually attractive forever, right, Mully?
Right.
Come on. Right?
Come on, I mean, I look like Brad Pitt, and you look like Johnny Depp, right?
I mean, come on, look at you. You look like Jim Belushi.
Hey.
You do the backflips and all that. No, but seriously, if you're not confident enough to realize what it is and control your dick, control your libido and know, and think with the right head, then maybe you really should take it easy coming over here, right? Now, actually, the worst case, though, is coming over here unprepared.
Oh, that's
unwilling to make sacrifices. Now, one example is Tokyo Sam. Tokyo Sam has come here with apparently he's got a BA or BA, or he's full of BS, but he's got a BS or a BA.
Right.
He's got an appropriate college degree, so he can do what he wants. He got his job. He doesn't have to cut his hair if he doesn't want to. He can get around that. But if you're coming over for the first time, you should be prepared to get a haircut. Actually, you and I both had long hair, didn't we?
Yeah, I had long hair. My hair was down to about here.
Yeah, me too. My hair was down here. I wouldn't touch my breast, but my hair was down here at my shoulders. I wouldn't refer to my chest here. But yeah, my hair was very long. And I got a haircut as soon as I got here. What about you? Did you get a haircut?
I let my hair go for like the first 3 months, and then I realized I wasn't going to get a job if I didn't cut it. Yeah. So I cut it short. Yeah.
I cut it the first week. Yeah, but I did a pussy job. I was like, I don't want to cut it all, so I just cut it to here.
right.
And then I realized I just got to really just cut it. So.
But that was like 1991, right? So
exactly.
You could get away with that.
Yeah.
With that little mushroom look.
So if you're coming over here and you're like, oh, I'm just going to keep my hair long and be wild like Tokyo Sam said, well, you're not Tokyo Sam. You can't get away with that shit. He can get away with it because he's Tokyo Sam. But you probably won't be able to get with it. Or
just like I get away with wearing Bengals jerseys to work.
Or if you're a Jamaican with dreadlocks, you probably get away with that. I think they get away with it. But that's a cultural thing,
Right.
Not if you're like a white guy or Hispanic guy. All right. Okay, so that's the other thing. The other thing is if you're coming over here and you have no work visa and you have no college degree and you think you're going to find something, well, you might, but you really should not count on staying here for longer than 3 months. Right? Yeah,
overstaying your visas, that's not a good thing.
Yes.
Not in this country.
Overstay your visa, apparently, I'm not sure about this, you look it up yourself, but you cannot come back to Japan for 10 years.
That's very possible.
So
they're very strict.
Yes, once you break the law here, you can't come back for 10 years, and I think that includes overstaying your visa. Now, I know a person who actually did this recently, and he's back in the States now. He's kind of screwed. But he came over here. He had a return ticket, because you have to have a return ticket when you come over. But he let his return ticket lapse. He didn't get a haircut. He didn't get a job. He didn't have a BA. He didn't have a BS. He didn't have enough money. He got screwed. And he was calling and asking for money, and I couldn't help him. He called all his friends. Everyone who said they were going to help him, all those people you meet on the internet who are going to help you, they're not going to help you. And one thing that's kind of sad is that we Westerners do not have the support network that like Chinese have or Africans have. When they come over, they've already got people set up who have a job set up for them.
Right.
They've got it. They just like fly.
They've got a network of people that
But we're out to screw each other, right?
Yeah. Have you ever been into immigration when somebody comes in with like the Filipino passports like stacked like this high? You ever seen that?
They come in with like 20 people.
Right. I've seen guys come in with just the passports.
I've seen Russian prostitutes come in like that too, like 5 or 6, or 10.
Yeah.
But West, the people who are probably watching this channel are not those kind of people.
No.
And I'll tell you one thing. I was traveling in South America for about on 2 different trips, a total of about a year and a half, maybe a year and a little bit longer. And in South America, everyone's really friendly. All the travelers, all the people traveling, all the tourists. We are like, hey, how you doing? Where you from? I met people from all over the world. We had a great time. But in Japan, foreigners do not give you the time of day.
No, they don't, do they?
You walk by each other, and you're like, this is my area. I don't know you. I don't see you, right?
Hey, Victor, you've been in Nagoya the whole time you've been here, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. I've been here in Shizuoka ever since I got here. Matter of fact, right now I'm living in the same neighborhood that I lived in when I first got here. I've moved a few times, but I'm right back here where I started. Back in '91, I remember going into Shizuoka and there were hardly any foreigners around.
Right.
And you would run into somebody on the street and it would be like, hey, how you doing? And you'd stop and talk and, chit chat and, maybe end up going for a drink or something. And now you walk outside and people just, there's so many foreigners here and people are, I'm here on a cultural exchange. Screw you. We're all in the same boat here, kids.
Well, actually, as soon as I got to Nagoya, I noticed that no other foreigners would make eye contact or talk to me.
That was back then?
Yeah. From the beginning. But maybe because Nagoya is more metropolitan than Shizuoka.
Yeah, maybe it's a small town thing here. Maybe it's the Mayberry effect we've got going here.
Well, I walked up to someone after like a day or two of this, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but I've noticed that no one like talks to each other. And he's like,
but that's the way it is now.
I suppose that's just the way it is.
Right.
Yeah, and it's that way everywhere. I don't know about Tokyo, though.
And, even nowadays, you'll be walking and you'll see somebody and they look at you like, what the fuck are you looking at? You ever get that?
I'm the dog in this neighborhood.
right.
I pissed on all the poles. This is my area. That's what it is. It's not that friendly. It is friendly in bars. You can still make lots of friends in bars and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Gaijin areas, it's okay. But when you're walking on the street, people pretty much like keep to themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I really want to stress is that do not come over here with a half-assed plan of, I think I'm going to make it. Unless you're really loaded. Unless you come over here with $5,000. The best thing, now I understand 11 Colors comment. 11 Colors a few months ago left a comment on another YouTuber's video saying, it's good that you're coming over with a job instead of some people. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I came over with no job.
Oh, yeah, same here.
And you too, right? You did okay.
Yeah, I came over here with nothing.
I came over with nothing, well, just money. You had money, right?
Yeah.
How much did you have?
I sold everything.
How much did you have when you came over?
I only had about 3,000.
I had a little less, like 2,500, maybe 2,000. Right? But I stretched it out, and I survived, and I got my first paycheck, and I cut my hair, and I put on a white shirt, and I put on not a white tie, but a tie, and I did what I had to do.
Right.
And I did okay.
Yeah.
So it is possible, but 11 Colors in a way is right. I understand. The best thing you could do is get the job first. Come over here. The job doesn't work out. At least you have the visa. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, and the thing is, if you're the type of person that's going to come over here ill prepared, don't be the other type of person that's an asshole and doesn't want to, change a little bit to make ends meet.
I gotta call the wife real quick. Keep going.
Okay. So, this isn't the place to come if you've got nothing. Don't come over here thinking you're going to run the world.
Yeah, you home?
This isn't the one.
Can you come?
You should.
You want me to come get you? You okay?
There's got to be. I don't want to talk while he's on the phone.
No, go ahead. Oh, you okay? Can you come home by yourself? Okay.
But yeah, there's got to be a little bit of.
Sorry, baby. I'm talking to Molly. We have a big problem. Losers on the internet. Okay.
Huge problem.
Yeah, but actually, this is, I got a friend and a really nice guy, like I said, a really nice guy. But basically, look, in 21 years, I've never seen anyone fuck it up so bad. He came over with not enough money. He came over not enough connections that were right. He didn't have any diploma, not even a fake. And I told him, and I'm embarrassed, but I will admit it. I told him not to come. Like, don't come over, man. You're not gonna get a job. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. My friend's gonna handle it. I said, dude, you gotta have a diploma. You can't just start. Look, but to be honest, being an English teacher, if you're fairly smart, you can do it. You don't need a diploma to do it.
Right.
You need it on paper to do it.
Right.
And and honestly, how much damage can you do teaching English? So
right.
Even if you don't have a diploma, you can come over here and fake it, whatever.
Right.
So I told him, I said, get a fake. Like if you're so intent on coming over, get a fake diploma because at least you won't waste your time. You get a job, whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to call and check.
Yeah, and they sell those things online. I guess I've never tried. Yeah, well, yeah, I've seen those things pop up in my mail, my spam folder, but along with, hi, I'm the general of this country, and the king recently died, and I got $1 billion. But I told him get a fake, and he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm too upstanding to do that. I don't know what you're too upstanding to come over here and just fail. You're gonna just fail regularly.
You just come over here and become homeless.
So, and the other thing I wanted to mention is a lot of you have seen Mark on the channel, the German guy. Have you seen any of those videos, Molly?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people giving me shit about Mark. He's being.
But don't forget, I've met Mark. So.
Oh, that's right. You have Mark, right?
Right. Yeah, I've met Mark face a couple times.
And like most people, Molly's like, this guy's weird, right? And me too.
My first impression, I thought, oh my god, because when I first met him, he was wearing the maid's outfit, right?
Right. Yeah.
We're sitting in the Outback, and this guy, we're all sitting at the table, and Mark comes in. I had no idea he was with us. He comes in this lady in this maid's outfit, the hair and everything. And I was like, oh my god, look at that. But you get to talk to him. He's a good guy. Good guy. I really like him. He's a nice guy.
I locked the door.
Oh my god, the door's locked. Go get him, Victor. Yeah. So we were at the Outback, and Mark walks in. I was like, oh my god, you got to be kidding me. What the hell is this guy doing? And he came over to the table, and he sat down with us, and I was like, oh shit, really? He's with us? And I actually kind of ignored him for like the first 10 or 15 minutes, and then Tomoko said to me, oh, you're Mark. You're the one that's over here. And I was like, oh, that is him, because I didn't recognize him, right? I didn't recognize all that shit on him.
I latched the door shut. She
gets
so pissed off when I do that.
So, but okay,
about Mark. Like, people gave me shit about him. He doesn't have the proper credentials to get a job, and he's moving around. He's an embarrassment. He's a homeless guy. He's a hobo. But here's the thing about Mark. Okay, he's got $2,000. He can get home anytime. And he's prepared psychologically.
Well, you said he's got a ticket, right?
No, he's got the money saved for a ticket.
Oh, okay.
And he's always checking.
Okay.
Every city he goes to, how much do I need to get out of here?
Okay.
And he's got that money put away. And on top of that, he's got like double.
Okay.
Right? Now, but the thing with him is, the reason I gave him $120.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, well, he worked for it. He edited videos for me, and I don't know if I'll ever see that money back. But whatever. He's a nice guy.
Right.
And whatever. I had him do a little work around the school, so filing and shit. So he's not going to be that kind of problem. He will leave when the time comes. He's prepared psychologically and economically.
Right.
Economically to leave. Now, this other guy who left already, he's back in the States. He came over and he was like, he called me. He's like, I need some help. I want to go to Korea because I can extend my visa. I'm like, what the fuck for? You're gonna go to Korea and just repeat the process of another 3 months of not getting a job?
Right.
So, and the thing that really, like, it fucking pisses me off. Like, it makes me angry because I like the guy.
Right.
You know what I mean, right? If you don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck. Whatever. Oh, the guy's crazy, right? But I like this guy. I want him to succeed. But he just, like, set himself up for failure.
Right.
And he did everything wrong. And if he called me, like, 1 week before his visa gave out. And if he had called me, like, 3 weeks, I could have said, why don't you go to Korea? He called me when he had 5,000 yen left.
That's no good.
And I told him
5,000 yen won't even get you through a weekend.
You can't do anything with 5,000 yen. Well, if you're Mark, you can live like a month. But
right.
A tent, right? But there is a link in the description on how much money you will need to survive. And I would say even that the description, the numbers given in the description, you can probably undercut them by 20%. Like they say 70,000 for an apartment, but I'm sure you get by with 40 if you look around.
Oh, yeah. You can find 40, 50,000, 30,000 yen apartments.
Yeah, you got to really look, but you can find things.
Oh, yeah, they're there.
And that's for the foreigners.
They're not going to be, on, Lifestyles of Rich and Famous.
Right.
But, yeah, I used to live in a little shitty apartment that was like $35,000 a month. It was 2 rooms, and it was one of them old, rusty aluminum buildings. You know what I'm talking about?
I had a 1 room before, but I think even that cost me $55. But they took it out of my salary, so...
Right. Well, and you live in Nagoya, right?
Yeah.
I'm in Shizuoka, so it's a little... And I'm on the outskirts of Shizuoka, so...
What were you paying?
What's that?
What were you paying?
35.
Oh. No, I was right in the middle. I was still paying like 55, but...
Yeah.
Well, but they do have like 20,000 this and 25,000.
Yeah.
No bathroom, shared toilet.
You know what I'm talking about? The metal building.
Yeah,
real shitty looking, rusty.
There are dumps here too.
But, yeah.
But look,
but they're clean.
Yes, that's true. They're clean. You got to share a toilet though.
Oh, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh, really? No,
well, we didn't have hot water.
Huh?
We didn't have hot water.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. So
my first place, I had a bathtub that you had to heat up. You had to turn on you had to crank it.
Yeah, I remember
the heat underneath the bathtub, and you had to wait for the water to get hot before you got in, even in the winter. So you're basically sitting there with your bathrobe waiting for the water to get hot.
Right. Yeah, man, they didn't have hot water or a shower in that apartment that I had, just a bath. We got a hot water heater and installed it, and I went to one of the DIY stores and got some like waterproof paneling and paneled the inside of the bathroom where the shower was.
Oh, cool.
And ran a hose from the bathtub. So I had
a lot of work into this dump.
What's that?
You put a lot of work into this dump.
Yeah, fixed it up. Well, the room wasn't set up for showers.
Wow.
So I had to get the waterproof paneling to put on the walls, and it made my own shower. Yeah, you can do it.
The thing is, a lot of Japanese don't want you to alter anything inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And
anyway,
then they end tearing the place down. Anyway, it's kind of.
So what else? Any other losers to talk about?
Oh, there was a guy. There used to be a guy here. He was from Canada, and he came over here. He didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, and he's one of these people. He like travels all over the place, just backpacks everywhere.
Right.
Which nothing wrong with that.
No, that's good.
But he gets over here and he meets this girl, and he takes her out on his adventures. And, they do Vietnam and Thailand and all this, like, $1 a day type thing.
Right.
And they come back and he knocks her up and they end up getting married. And he was getting arrested every other week for, driving without a license and speeding. And, they, just got him for everything. And one night he comes in the bar and he tells me, you know how these DIY shops, they keep all their wood and everything outside, right? They don't lock anything up.
Right, yeah. In fact, a lot of places in Japan don't lock. It is a haven for criminals.
Oh, yeah.
You can steal so much. I always think, if I were a criminal, I could steal all this beer.
Yeah, he pulled up and just loaded up his truck with a bunch of wood from one of the places. And I was like, oh, my God. And so anyway, he ends up marrying this girl, and they have the baby. And her parents couldn't stand him. And because he was just a burden on everything. And then
White pig, go home.
Right, and then his wife was she got to the point where she couldn't stand him, so she split up with him, and they had the kid. But you know how it is here in Japan. Once you divorce, the wife will take the kid away, and never see him again, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
So basically, if you get divorced here, you have almost no rights to see
the fathers have zero rights, right? And most guys will not get divorced because they won't see their kids again. So anyway,
or they will get divorced and don't care.
Right.
I've known people who are like, oh no, the father never sees it and he doesn't want to. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So, anyway, and then what happened?
So they get divorced, and he takes the kid. He goes and gets the kid and takes her back to Canada.
Ooh, kidnap.
Yeah.
Well, actually, is it kidnapping technically? I mean, I don't know.
Probably by Japanese law, it may be. They were divorced, right?
Not by Canadian law.
Oh, by Canadian law, it wouldn't be, I guess, right? It's his kid. And, to be honest, I have no idea what the outcome of that was, because I tried to stay away from him as much as I could. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the safest thing to do. I mean, as much as I want to help people, I helped that Mark kid a lot.
Don't get involved.
Don't get involved. I mean, it's a terrible thing to say, but
Right.
I think I can. If it's a temporary, very short term involvement, then sure, go ahead. But yeah, your best bet is not to get involved. Stopping a fight in the street is one thing, but like,
right,
getting involved with someone's visa problems.
Here, come stay at our house for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Now the Mark kid, I did get involved and I helped the kid out. But I mean that kind of stresses everyone else around you out. Like how long is he going to stay? At work, people are asking. My wife is like, we're not working to support another person.
Right.
So, and she likes him too. She's like,
right. But she's got a point. Because to be honest, Victor, I was wondering what's going on down there in La Jolla. It's like every time I turn around and there's some kind of news about that situation, I'm like, what is he moving in with Victor? What's the deal?
No, he stayed for 2 days when the cops were knocking on his tent.
Okay.
Because I figured, 2 days you stay and then you leave. You leave by Friday, Wednesday night, Thursday night. No.
Right.
So he was gone after 2 days, but I made it very clear. And I made a video. I don't know if you saw that when I said nobody can stay at our house anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Jerry,
and I almost half expected when you said that. I was half expecting you to say, "If you need to stay somewhere, go to Mully's house. He's always taking people in."
You do take people. We stayed at your house. That's cool. You're also got much more room, and you got an extra bed and futons. But we got to get some more futons to be more friendly. But yeah, when we're both working, it's kind of hard. So stressed out. But anyway, please, if you're coming to Japan, please, I beg you, really be prepared, economically, psychologically, and job wise. Line something up before you come over, if at all possible.
And I know a lot of you guys that are coming over here, you're young and you're full of yourself. And, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. You need to conform just a little bit sometimes, At
least
you just
in the
have
beginning.
To. And there's nothing wrong with it,
No.
Nobody's asking you to give up who you are, just,
And let me tell you something. If smoking pot and having long hair is part of who you are, you really don't need to be here.
That's right. That's true.
If that's what you need to define yourself.
Right.
Screw you,
Right.
I've been there. I've had mohawks and long hair and earrings and I've had threesomes, and
I want a threesome.
But that's not who I am. I'm not my trousers. Anyway, guys, hey, we've dragged these poor bastards out long enough, but this is Mully from Warmoth Strat. And where's TMK 85, 50, 85, 85?
She went over to her mother's house. Her mother's, her mother broke her hip about 1.5 years ago. Oh, we told you that, right?
Is it still broken?
No. But she's 76 years old. She's on her own. So Tomoko goes over there every night and helps her. Just kind of
good. Nice wife, nice daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Tomoko's a good woman.
So she was down here, but I'll leave links to everything that I was talking about in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody, guys.
Right.
See you guys later.
Yeah. Oh, and check out Things That Suck.
Oh yeah, Things That Suck. Yeah. And maybe he'll make a video about foreigners.
Right.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.